Libra. The most dangerous sign of the zodiac, the truth no one tells you. Libra is known as the symbol of balance, harmony, beauty, and peace. Ruled by Venus, the planet of love and art, the diplomat, the peacemaker, the one who always seeks fairness. But what if I told you that behind this calm and charming exterior hides one of the most dangerous minds of the zodiac? What if the same qualities that make Libra appear gentle are exactly what make them lethal when crossed? Today, you will discover why Libra is the most misunderstood sign, why people underestimate their power, and why, when pushed too far, Libra becomes truly unstoppable. And if you're a Libra watching this, pay close attention, because you're about to understand your own power in ways you never have before. Stay until the end, because the final revelation about Libra will change the way you see this sign forever. The silent observer, the power of patience. Libra rarely reacts impulsively. They don't scream, they don't throw things, they don't storm out of the room. Instead, they observe, they analyze, they calculate. While Aries explodes, while Scorpio plots in the shadows, while Gemini talks their way out, Libra simply watches. But silence does not mean weakness. Silence means strategy. What Libra sees when you're talking. Libra is reading you, your body language, your contradictions, the words you choose when you're lying, the things you care about most, your emotional triggers. Libra is collecting data, building a profile, understanding your psychology. And when the moment comes, Libra knows exactly where to strike. Real example. The quiet colleague. Think about that coworker who never argues in meetings, who always smiles, who seems to agree with everyone. Then one day, during a critical presentation, they calmly dismantle someone's entire argument with facts no one knew they had been tracking for months. That's Libra energy. They don't fight battles they haven't already won in their mind. If you've ever been underestimated because you stayed quiet, type observed in the comments. The psychological strategist Venus. The misunderstood planet Libra is ruled by Venus, the planet of charm, beauty, and attraction. Most people think this makes Libra soft. They're wrong. Venus doesn't just create beauty. Venus understands desire, influence, persuasion, and Libra wields this like a surgical tool. The three weapons of Libra. *1. Charm as disarmament. Libra knows how to make you feel comfortable, seen, understood. And while you're opening up, feeling safe, Libra is learning everything they need to know about you. *2. Social intelligence. Libra doesn't need to convince you directly. They know how to plant ideas in group conversations, turn people against each other without saying a word against anyone, control the narrative by asking the right questions, make their enemies look unreasonable, simply by staying calm. *3. Strategic silence. Libra knows when not to speak, and that silence makes others uncomfortable enough to reveal their true intentions. Historical example. The diplomat who changed history. Eleanor Roosevelt, a Libra, never raised her voice, never demanded power directly, but through strategic positioning, social intelligence, and relentless observation, she became one of the most influential first ladies in American history, reshaping human rights policy worldwide. She didn't fight. She influenced, and influence is more dangerous than force. Imagine a chess player who never touches the board, but whispers suggestions to all the other players. That's Libra. The mask of kindness. The dual nature. Libra often appears kind, diplomatic, and fair. And here's the truth. Most of the time, they genuinely are. Libra truly believes in justice, in fairness, in giving people chances. But this kindness is also armor, a social contract. And when that contract is broken, the mask comes off. The betrayal threshold. Libra will tolerate a lot. Disagreement, mistakes, different opinions, even minor disrespect, but there are lines you cannot cross. Public humiliation, betrayal of trust, attacks on their character, injustice they cannot rationalize cross those lines. And you meet the other Libra, the cold calculation. When Libra feels betrayed, something shifts internally. The warm, accommodating person becomes emotionally distant, clinically strategic, ruthlessly fair, which is different from kind. They don't seek revenge immediately. That would be messy, emotional, beneath them. Instead, they wait. They document, they build their case. They let you think everything is fine. And then, when you least expect it, justice is delivered cold, precise, undeniable, unforgettable. Real story. The friend who knew too much. I once knew a Libra who was betrayed by a close friend, someone who spread lies about them publicly. The Libra didn't react, didn't defend themselves, just withdrew. 6 months later, at a mutual friends gathering, the betrayer tried to spread more rumors. The Libra calmly pulled out screenshots, dates, witnesses, proof of every lie. They didn't raise their voice, didn't insult anyone, just presented facts. The betrayer left in shame and never recovered their reputation in that social circle. The Libra never mentioned it again. Asterisk that asterisk is Libra justice. Why people fear Libra. The uncomfortable truth: people don't fear Libra because they're aggressive. They fear Libra because asterisk 1. Libra never forgets asterisk that thing you said 3 years ago in a casual conversation. Libra remembers. That promise you broke, logged. That time you were condescending, noted. Libra has a mental archive of every interaction, every pattern, every inconsistency. Asterisk 2. Libra knows too much asterisk because Libra listens more than they speak. They accumulate information others don't realize they're giving away. They know who's lying to whom, who's secretly jealous of whom, what everyone really thinks but won't say. Where all the social fault lines are asterisk 3. Libra understands human nature deeply. Asterisk Libra sees patterns in behavior. They understand motivation. They can predict reactions. This makes them nearly impossible to manipulate and extremely effective at influencing outcomes. The 3 types of people in Libra's life: asterisk, the inner circle asterisk, fiercely protected, deeply loved, completely trusted asterisk, the neutral zone asterisk, observed, assessed, kept at arm's length asterisk, the marked asterisk, those who cross the line and are now waiting for their karmic invoice. You don't want to be in category 3. Why this makes them dangerous. Most dangerous people announce their power. They threaten, they intimidate. Libra does none of that. They smile, they're polite. They might even still be friendly. But behind that smile, the scales are calculating. And when Libra decides you're on the wrong side of justice, no amount of charm will save you. Libras, do people underestimate you because you're too nice? Comment underestimated below. The mythology behind the madness. The scales of Mat in ancient Egypt. Mat was the goddess of truth, justice, and cosmic balance. When you died, your heart was weighed against her feather. If your heart was heavy with wrongdoing, you were devoured. If your heart was light with truth, you entered paradise. Libra carries this ancient energy. They are the weighers of hearts. And when they find you lacking, the consequences are severe. The sword behind the scales. We often see Lady Justice holding scales, but we forget she also holds a sword. The scales measure, the sword executes. Libra embodies both. They give you every chance to balance the scales yourself, to make things right, to be fair. But if you refuse, the sword falls. And unlike fire signs who strike in anger, or water signs who drown you in emotion, Libra's sword is clean, precise, final. The final warning, the mercy window. Here's what most people never realize about Libra. They give warnings, subtle ones. The conversation that becomes slightly more formal. The invitations that stop coming. The responses that take a little longer. The smile that doesn't quite reach their eyes. These are Libra's way of saying, recalibrate, balance the scales. Make this right. Most people miss these signals because they're not dramatic. But Libra always gives you a chance to correct course. When the window closes, never mistake Libra's silence for forgiveness. Never confuse their smile with surrender. Never assume their kindness means they've forgotten. Once the scales tip too far, once Libra becomes the judge instead of the mediator, their verdict is final. There are no appeals, no second chances, no dramatic confrontations. Just a quiet, permanent shift in how they see you. And being removed from a Libra's life. From their trust, their warmth, their world. That's the real punishment. The ultimate truth: Libra isn't dangerous because they want to be. They're dangerous because they have to be. In a world full of chaos, injustice, and imbalance, someone has to hold the scales. And when you're the one maintaining balance, you see everything that threatens it. You become both protector and judge, guardian and executioner. That's the burden Libra carries. And that's why, when necessary, they become unstoppable. If you're a Libra, I want you to know something. Your power isn't in being loud. It's in being observant, strategic, unshakable. Own that power. Use it wisely. And never apologize for protecting your peace. Asterisk if you're a Libra. Comment balance below. Asterisk asterisk if you know a Libra and this just explained so much. Share this video with them. Asterisk and if you want to understand the hidden power, the dark psychology, and the untold truth about every zodiac sign. Subscribe to Astrological Revelations right now. Because the stars never lie. And the #Libra, the most dangerous sign of the zodiac, the truth no one tells you. The Libra paradox. Why they suffer in silence. The hidden cost of balance. Here's what most people never see about Libra. The weight they carry. While everyone else is allowed to be messy, emotional, unfair, Libra feels responsible for maintaining equilibrium. They're the ones who smooth over conflicts at family dinners, mediate between feuding friends, sacrifice their own needs to keep the peace, bottle up their own pain to avoid creating drama. Asterisk, but here's the dangerous part. Asterisk, all that suppressed emotion doesn't disappear. It accumulates. Like a dam holding back an ocean. The pressure cooker effect. Most signs release pressure gradually. Aries explodes regularly and feels better afterward. Cancer cries it out. Sagittarius runs away for a while. Scorpio plots their revenge, but Libra keeps smiling, keeps balancing, keeps accommodating until one day. They don't, and when a Libra finally breaks, when that dam bursts, it's not an explosion. It's a controlled demolition. Every grievance they've filed away. Every time they bit their tongue. Every boundary they let slide. It all comes out. Not in rage, but in cold, undeniable clarity. Real example. The corporate takedown. I knew a Libra manager who endured 2 years of a toxic boss. Public humiliation, credit stolen. Constant undermining. The Libra never complained, never fought back. Just kept doing excellent work. Colleagues thought they were weak. Spineless, even. Then one day, the Libra scheduled a meeting with the CEO, brought documentation of every incident, emails, witnesses, a pattern of behavior affecting multiple employees. Within 2 weeks, the toxic boss was transitioning to other opportunities. The Libra never gloated, never even mentioned it. They just went back to being their pleasant, diplomatic self. Asterisk, that's the Libra way. Suffer in silence. Until silence becomes their weapon. Asterisk, if you're a Libra who's been called to patient right before you prove them wrong. Type asterisk patience asterisk in the comments. The social architect, the invisible hand. Here's what makes Libra truly formidable in the modern world. They don't just understand people. They understand systems, networks, social dynamics. Think about it. Libra knows who influences whom. They understand group psychology. They can predict how information will spread. They know exactly which relationships hold power structures together. This makes them the ultimate social architects. The 3 levels of Libra influence. Asterisk level 1. The individual level. Asterisk Libra can read you, understand your motivations, and know exactly what you need to hear. Asterisk level 2. The relationship level. Asterisk Libra can see the dynamics between people. Who has real power, who's secretly resentful, who's loyal, who's vulnerable. Asterisk level 3. The system level. Asterisk, this is where Libra becomes dangerous. They can see entire social ecosystems. How changing one relationship affects 10 others. How one conversation can shift an entire group dynamic. The butterfly effect. Strategist, when Libra wants to create change, they don't push directly. That's amateur. Instead, they have a conversation with person A, who then naturally mentions it to person B, who brings it up to person C, who then makes the decision Libra wanted all along, and no one realizes Libra orchestrated the entire thing. They're like a chess grandmaster playing on 50 boards simultaneously, and you don't even know you're a piece in the game. Historical example, the power behind the throne. Gandhi, a Libra, never held formal political office, never commanded an army, never used violence, yet he dismantled the British Empire's control over India. How? Through strategic nonviolent resistance, through understanding the psychology of both his own people and the colonizers, through creating a movement that made British rule socially, economically, and morally impossible to maintain. He didn't fight the British. He made it impossible for them to stay. That's Libra power. Systemic, psychological, unstoppable, the darkness. Within, Libra's shadow side, the uncomfortable truth about nice people. We need to talk about something most astrology content won't touch. Libra's shadow side. Because yes, Libra can be manipulative, passive-aggressive, even cruel. Not because they're evil, but because they're human. And when their need for balance becomes toxic, when their desire to be liked overrides their integrity, they can become dangerous in a different way. The 3 dark patterns. 1. The manipulative peacemaker. Sometimes Libra doesn't actually want justice. They want everyone to like them. So they tell each side what they want to hear. Avoid taking necessary stands. Enable toxic people to keep the peace. Sacrifice the truth for comfort. This version of Libra becomes everyone's friend and no one's ally. 2. The passive-aggressive punisher. When immature Libra is hurt, instead of confronting directly, they withdraw affection without explanation, use subtle social exclusion, make you feel crazy for thinking something's wrong, punish you through absence and ambiguity. This creates psychological torture for people who care about them. 3. The image manager. Some Libras become so obsessed with how they're perceived that they prioritize appearance over authenticity, maintain relationships that serve their image but not their soul, become performers rather than people, lose themselves in the roles they play. This is the real danger of Libra. Not their calculated revenge, but their calculated niceness that serves no one. The mirror test. Here's how to know if you're expressing healthy or toxic. Libra energy. Healthy Libra asks, how can I create genuine fairness here? Toxic Libra asks, how can I make everyone think I'm being fair while getting what I want? Healthy Libra says, I need time to consider all perspectives. Toxic Libra says, I can't decide, but has already decided and is avoiding accountability. Healthy Libra creates, win-win solutions through genuine understanding. Toxic Libra creates, the illusion of fairness while maintaining control. If you're a Libra doing the internal work to stay on the healthy side, comment growth below. How to handle a Libra for non-Libras. If you love a Libra, do. Be honest, even when it's uncomfortable. Respect their need to process before deciding. Appreciate the peace they create. It's exhausting work. Call them out gently when they're people-pleasing to their own detriment. Defend them when others mistake kindness for weakness. Don't. Force them into corners where they have to choose sides unfairly. Mistake their diplomacy for not caring deeply. Push them when they say they need time. Take advantage of their accommodating nature. Publicly humiliate them. This is the unforgivable sin if you work with a Libra. Understand. They see office politics. You don't. Their indecision is often strategic waiting. They know more about what's really happening than they let on. Earning their genuine respect, not just their politeness, is valuable when they firmly recommend something. They've already thought it through from every angle. Never. Try to manipulate them. They invented the game you're trying to play. Force them to take sides in interpersonal conflicts without good reason. Underestimate them because they don't self-promote. Betray their confidence. They never forget. If you've heard a Libra signs, you're in trouble. Their responses become more formal. They stop sharing personal information. They're still polite but no longer warm. They agree with everything because they've stopped investing. They stop including you in plans. What to do? Apologize sincerely and specifically. Don't make excuses or deflect. Give them space to process. Demonstrate changed behavior over time. Accept that some violations can't be repaired. What not to do? Demand immediate forgiveness. Say, I'm sorry you feel that way. Non-apology. Try to manipulate them through mutual friends. Rush the reconciliation process. Assume niceness means you're forgiven. Libra in love. The romantic strategist. The paradox of Libra romance. Libra is ruled by Venus, the planet of love. They're romantics at heart. They believe in partnership, in fairy tales, in happily ever after. But here's the twist. Libra approaches love like everything else, strategically. The Libra courtship process * phase 1. Observation. You don't even know they're interested yet * Libra is watching. How you treat service workers. How you speak about your exes. Your values in casual conversation. How you handle conflict and stress. Whether your actions match your words, they're building a psychological profile before making a move. * phase 2. Strategic approach * when Libra decides you're worth pursuing. They don't rush. They create coincidental meetings. Engage your interests. Build intellectual and emotional connection first. Make you feel seen and understood. Let you think you're pursuing them * phase 3. The committed partnership *. Once Libra commits, they're all in. But this comes with expectations. Fairness in decision-making, aesthetic harmony, yes. This matters to them, intellectual stimulation, social compatibility, mutual respect in public. Why Libra relationships can be intense * the gift. * Libra will make you feel like the most interesting, attractive, understood person in the world. * the challenge. * Libra has extremely high standards hidden behind a flexible exterior. They'll accommodate for a long time, but they're keeping score. And if the balance becomes too unequal, if they feel taken for granted, if you stop making effort, they won't fight, they won't nag, they'll just recalibrate, and suddenly you're facing someone who's friendly, cordial, and emotionally checked out. The Libra breakup when Libra ends a relationship. It's almost always because they've already processed it mentally for months. By the time they say we need to talk, they've analyzed what went wrong, given you multiple unnoticed chances to change. Imagine life without you, emotionally detached. Made peace with the decision the conversation feels sudden to you. But for them, it's the conclusion of a long internal process. And here's what shocks most people. Libra can remain genuinely friendly after a breakup. Not because they're playing games. Because once they've decided it's over, they've genuinely released emotional attachment and can appreciate what was good without needing to demonize you. This confuses exes who interpret it as maybe there's still a chance. There isn't. When Libra closes that door, it's locked. They'll be kind through the window, but they won't let you back in. Famous Libras who changed the world. Let's look at Libras who embodied this sign's power in different ways. * Mahatma Gandhi, October 2nd * the ultimate Libra strategist. Used nonviolent resistance Libra diplomacy to dismantle an empire. Proved that balance and justice can be more powerful than weapons. * Serena Williams, September 26th * the fierce competitor who maintains grace under pressure. Shows that Libra's need for balance doesn't mean they can't dominate. They just do it with style. * Margaret Thatcher, October 13th * the Iron Lady who demonstrated Libra's capacity for cold, calculated decision-making when they believe justice demands it. Controversial, yes, but undeniably strategic. * Bruno Mars, October 8th * the Libra who turned charm, aesthetic perfection, and understanding of what people want into global artistic dominance. * Kim Kardashian, October 21st * love her or hate her. She's a master of social strategy, image management, and turning observation into empire building. Pure Libra energy. Friedrich Nietzsche, October 15th * the philosopher who questioned everything about balance, morality, and justice. Showed Libra's capacity for deep, uncomfortable truth-seeking. * what do they all have in common? * strategic thinking, long-term planning, the ability to read people and situations, and the capacity to achieve their goals through intelligence rather than force. The Libra evolution. 3 levels of mastery. Level 1. The unawakened Libra, the people pleaser. This Libra says yes when they mean no, loses themselves in others' needs, avoids conflict at all costs, feels resentful but won't express it, uses indirect manipulation when direct communication fails. * the lesson they must learn. * true balance includes your own needs. Level 2. The awakening Libra, the strategist. This Libra has discovered their power, sets boundaries diplomatically but firmly, uses their observational skills consciously, stops sacrificing themselves for false peace, becomes comfortable with necessary conflict, owns their influence. * the lesson they must learn. Asterisk strategy without compassion becomes manipulation. Level 3. The evolved Libra, the wise judge. This Libra embodies the highest expression, creates genuine win-win solutions, holds space for truth even when uncomfortable, uses their power to elevate others, balances heart and mind, self and other, becomes a force for genuine justice, not just surface harmony. Asterisk they have learned. Asterisk true balance is dynamic, not static. It requires constant adjustment, deep wisdom, and the courage to weigh hearts honestly. Asterisk, where are you on this journey? Libra. Asterisk, final revelation. The secret Libra doesn't want you to know. Here's the ultimate truth about Libra. The thing they hide even from themselves. Asterisk, they're terrified of their own power. Asterisk, think about it. Libra sees how easily they can influence people, how naturally manipulation comes, how their charm can be weaponized. And it scares them, because Libra, more than any other sign, understands the responsibility that comes with power. They know that with their gifts comes the potential for harm, for control, for becoming the very thing they stand against, injustice. So they restrain themselves, sometimes too much. They second guess, they overthink, they hide behind indecision. Not because they don't know what's right, but because they're afraid of choosing wrong. Asterisk, this is why Libra hesitates. Asterisk, not from weakness, but from the weight of understanding consequences. The liberation, but here's what every Libra needs to hear. Asterisk, your power is not your enemy. Asterisk, the fact that you fear misusing it means you won't. The fact that you question yourself means you're conscious. The fact that you see all sides means you can choose wisely. Stop apologizing for being strategic, for being observant, for being dangerously intelligent when necessary. The world doesn't need more Libras hiding their gifts. It needs Libras who stand fully in their power, who use their strategic minds for justice, who wield their influence for genuine balance. The benediction. Asterisk to every Libra watching. Asterisk, you are not too nice. You are not indecisive. You are not weak. You are a chess master in a world of checkers players. You are a diplomat in a world that rewards aggression. You are a judge in a world that's forgotten what justice means. Own it, and to everyone else, the next time you meet a quiet, charming, accommodating Libra, remember what you learned today. That smile might be genuine kindness, or it might be the calm before a calculated storm. And you won't know the difference until the scales have already tipped. Asterisk if you're a Libra who finally feels seen, understood, and validated. Comment justice below. Asterisk if you know a Libra and you're going to treat them with more respect after this. Share this video with them. Asterisk and if you want to discover the hidden power, the psychological depth, and the dangerous truth about every zodiac sign, asterisk subscribe to Astrological Revelations, hit that bell. Because we're going deep into the astrology no one else will talk about. Asterisk the stars don't lie. The truth is always written above, and we're here to reveal it all. I'm your host at Astrological Revelations, and I'll see you in the next revelation. Truth is always written above. I'll see you in the next revelation.